Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. Last time we saved Abelard's family, and this time we have to actually go around Dargonus and figure out exactly what is going on in Dargonus and whether there's anything to do here or whether we basically just have to leave. By the way, Heinrichs is still standing here looking at the place where Achilles would be, however Achilles obviously isn't there. This is an interesting bit. Oh, let me ask this, Achilles Scalander, does he cause any problems? Why, none at all, your lordship. Well, that's good, I'll leave then. Okay, so that's definite proof to me that nothing is new on Dargonus, because, I mean, that's dialogue that isn't even true anymore. That's dialogue that only really applies to before Chapter 3, so... yeah, it's time to leave. It's good to see that they added a nice quick way to leave as well. I'm only being a little bit sarcastic here. It's just an odd decision to have you walk out. It must be, and it usually is in their games, that there is something that that might trigger in the main area. Like in this area, there might be something that triggers here. Should actually go speak to Marazai and Ulfar and see what they have to say. But yeah, it's usually because something triggers here sometimes, or you can't always go in and out of the palace, so they don't give you a quick way out and in, because then you'd know that something was going to happen. But still, it does mean that if nothing happens, you just kind of wander a little bit weirdly. I lost my ability to close the map. Alright. There we go. Wait, am I going too far? Yes, so they're up here somewhere? Ah, there he is. Hello. I remember when this place looked different, burning, agonizing, drowning in blood. I preferred it that way. Let me know if you would like to see it restored to its former luster. Okay. It's interesting that he and Erliet, although Erliet blends in more, as we saw from Yanis, are like, they just wander around Dargonus and everyone's like, yeah, I'm chill with that. Anyway, Ulfar. Hello, what are you looking at? Names of each of the rogue traders who have led the von Valancius dynasty. A good void Drakkar and a respectable crew. A respectful crew, but you cannot compare it to a wolf ship. Oh, okay. Sure, whatever. Right, time to leave. Okay then. So, nothing happened on Dargonus. As far as we know, we haven't got anything from the Lord Inquisitor yet. So, we're kind of at a, well, I guess we have to figure out something to do point. We have to talk to Abelard on the ship. Let's do that first. That's a nice, easy thing to do. We got another level up, didn't we? So we may have to do level ups for 3 people? We'll have a look. We'll have a look. Okay. Wait for this to roll through a little bit. And once it loads, which will be any moment now. Right, now we can speak to Abelard.
Lord Captain, allow me to express my gratitude once again for your assistance. If it weren't for your intervention, my entire family could have been executed on false charges. I could have lost them all. I never imagined the Viserians would be so vulnerable while I serve as seneschal to the Lord Captain himself. Far from home. But such is my duty to the rogue trader, to keep tireless watch at the Lord Captain's side, to serve as a support in the darkest of times, for you and for me. I will not step down from my role, no matter what happens. Do not doubt me. The Viserian family will learn from what has happened, and if our blood is worth anything, we'll be ready to face new trials without my guiding hand.
I will not step down from my role. You agreed with Abelard there was no need to change the established procedures within the dynasty. So this must have been... this was really early on when we first took over. So right after the tutorial, he was like, do you want to change anything about how things run around here? This must have been that, I think. That's a while ago. If it's that one. I need you here, Seneschal Versarian. Your steady shoulder is all I have to lean on without fear of treason. Yeah, we're not sending him back to his family. Maybe it's better for him, but for us, he needs to be here.
Thank you for your high trust in me, Lord Captain. I will continue to live up to it. Well then, Lord Captain, it is time I return to my duties. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Just immediately fire him after that.
Lord.
Perfect. Right. Level ups. Anyone need to level up? Nobody leveled up. Wonderful. Well, in that case, quest check. So, find the door from Adira's visions. Reach the system mentioned in Emelina's message. Find the remaining Kabalites. Right, go to Caligo's Winter Scale and wait for Calcazar's summons. Alright. And obviously, colony building. Okay, well, it was suggested that if we travel round, we're going to get new events in places we've already been. So maybe we just systematically go through places. As far as I know, we don't have to rescan anywhere. We just simply have to go to places. So, let's do that. And then we can also use the extractor as we do that. I don't know which places are going to have things, though. So let's go back to Furibundus. Oh. Lord Captain, an urgent report from the servants of the Omnissiah. They managed to locate a second message on the House Orcelio data slate hidden in the shadow of the first one. As soon as it happened, the machine spirit rebelled and started devouring the decrypted data. The acolytes of the cult Mechanicus are performing rites to appease it and slow down the process of annihilation. What should we do? Display the message on screen right now. The comm bead echoes with the furious clicking of Vigdus's augmented fingers. After a few moments later, the vid screen of your cogitator shows the recording through a wall of static. Rogue Trader, you hardly know me, but I am well informed of your deeds. Okay. So, Lady Navigator Elena perished on Dargonus after her attempt on Cassia Orcelia's life. A well-built young man adjusts his silk headband embellished with the symbol of the Navis Nobilite. My name is irrelevant, for as long as the cursed child continues to live and breathe, no one in House Orcelio is safe. I know what Master Felic and Lady Elena Hateria had to do at Uric 5 and in your palace. I understand your anger. House Orcelio deeply apologizes for these incidents. The navigator tiredly closes his eyes. I presume you already know that House Orcelio will be holding a grand council in the depths of that accursed atlas very soon. We cannot ignore the call, for we are bound to it against our will. I'm also aware that you enjoy great influence over the cursed child. Convince her to reject the atlas, break the centuries-old shackles binding our house, crush Tisiphone's tyranny under her foot, or simply kill her. I do not care. I'm not going to lie, we are unlikely to become good friends, but House Orcelio values true allies like no other. The true House Orcelio, that is, not these lunatic zealots of the region. To assure you my offer is not in vain, I will be the first to extend my hand in a gesture of goodwill. A gratuitous gift to the von Valancius dynasty. You'll find it among the Star of Martianus, an emerald clutched in the storm's embrace. He'd let Trit and Vice Fod then? Sorry, let me try and figure this one out. Head left, right, and something forward then. Right? Left, right, something forward. Anyway, I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The servants of the Omnissiah could no longer restrain the machine spirit's hunger. I hope you were able to see the vid message through to the end. So the stars of Martianus. Okay. Where are the stars of Martianus? Does it tell us? Nope. Okay. Nameless star. So what's over there? Alright, so that's his world. Now I'm just scanning. This never goes well. This is always bad. I gotta say, me scanning around here because oh, we also need to go back there at some point because that's where we got kidnapped, right? Yeah. Martiana. Okay, if I don't see it in a second, I'm gonna just look it up. Okay, I've looked up the stars of Martianus, and from what I can see, now these are all forum posts, there's one of two outcomes. The one that most people are saying is that it is inaccessible. You can access it via a mod, which allows you to travel to it directly, but there is no path to it in-game. The other thing that I've read from one source only is that it appears after you speak to the Inquisitor. So, basically, either way, there's no way for us to access it, so I guess we just move on with our lives, essentially. There's nothing we can do, so let's go to the next place. I'm thinking we just kind of do a little, we go to Soto's tomb, we do a little move around everywhere, just generally traveling. It will get us all the events for things happening, it will get us the ability to go to each planet and get the things that we need from there. I think it just generally seems like a good idea, so let's travel. Lord Captain, I bring you new information about the Xenos device you discovered during your time away. Ever since your return, the tech priests have been making every effort to comprehend the nature of this mysterious technology, and they have succeeded to an extent. After many rituals and pleas to the machine god, they have awakened a Xeno artifact. For but a moment, it produced a holographic copy of a planet and coordinates that matched the location in Langren's belt. Perhaps you wish to see it with your own eyes, what this destination holds. Okay, so we have multiple things in Langren's belt for the remaining Kabbalites, which is what we expected. So maybe that artifact is only useful if you don't have Marazai in your party, because Marazai basically says there's something in Langren's belt, right? So it could be that this is a similar thing. This is effectively just another thing pointing you there. So that's cool. And I see in Langren's belt that's got an unidentified beacon with a question mark on it. So I'm assuming when there are new events it's going to show up like that. But, you know, we'll still go to each place just in case. So it says there's something over here. Is that true? Is there more we can get? Scan is required? What? I failed to scan this? Oh, a thing. Okay. So maybe there are new things in a different place. I guess an asteroid makes sense. It might travel between two places. The deepest tunnels. The gigantic asteroid's surface is densely sown with craters and pits leading into deep caves. Maybe this explains why it said that there were unexplored places that we couldn't find in Act 2, because the unexplored place is actually not available until Act 4. That would make sense. Okay, anyway. Augurs indicate that the asteroid consists of layers characterized by a strange heterogeneity. There is a high probability of finding valuable resources deep inside the stone. They can be extracted by sending an exploration team deep into the tangled tunnels. Okay, let's do it. With the help of the massive drill, the exploration team penetrates into the cavernous depths. The squad reports that their auspexes have detected meager reserves of a substance used in the synthesis of plasteel in the rock. The excavation will take time and significant effort. Let's go. Let's use demolitions to get it. Plasteel is an important resource, and opportunity to acquire some should not be disregarded. The equipment struggles with the unexpected hardness of the rock, but after 3 watches, the squad manages to set up enough mobile extractiums to gather the coveted material. The noise and vibrations caused by the instruments have disturbed strange currents inside the asteroid. A transparent viscous substance streams down from the porous walls of the caverns, slowly filling the caves. The squad's auspexes raise the alarm. A prolonged stay in these tunnels will undoubtedly result in the toxic liquid destroying the gear and equipment. Despite this, the explorers suggest blocking the livelier streams in order to leave them with enough time to fill several canisters with the strange substance. Later, the Magi alchemies will no doubt be able to synthesize many useful chemicals from it. Okay, so we can say there's not enough data on the substance. The rogue trader orders the team to circumvent the toxin-filled tunnels in order to avoid risking their health and equipment. Where there's no need for haste, the explorers are to gather as much material as possible and transfer the find to the Magi alchemies for further processing. Let's do it. Long hours are spent carefully preparing for the collection of the material and mapping the caves in this part of the asteroid. Carefully observing the flows of strange liquid, the squad succeeds in gathering several canisters of the substance while preventing any floods. While some soldiers return to carry the prize back to the surface, the rest continue moving towards the asteroid's heart. The explorers eventually reach the dry, surprisingly large caverns. A minute of respite is interrupted by a terrified scream. The squad is under attack. The tunnel's arches collapse, turning into nightmarish monsters resembling both worms and spiders. The beasts rush forward, yearning to tear apart the intruders who disturb their rest. So either run or engage. Engage. The gigantic horrors attack relentlessly, their powerful mandibles turning soldiers' bodies into bloody paste, but nothing can withstand the purifying light of flamers. Intrigued by the encounter with new xenoforms, the explorers notice that their tough carapaces conceal meat, both extraordinarily nutritious and surprisingly tasty. Without a doubt, future hunts for these creatures could feed a significant number of people. The endless caverns eventually lead the explorers to the very center of the asteroid, where they are met with a yawning cavity of unimaginable size. The giant rock turns out to be housing the curved, shapeless buildings of an unknown Xeno race, fragile, built as if out of sand. Intriguing find awaits the squad in the long-dead city. Unaccountable quantities of ugly totems made from crystal phlogiston are built into the walls of most of the twisted buildings. So we can get one phlogiston, we can leave it, or the city remained untouched, leave it so. I'll take the phlogiston. With each crystal effortlessly removed from the dilapidated sand walls, entire blocks of the city collapse. It does not take long for the cavity inside the asteroid to fill with a thick, dusty fog. Further recovery of the phlogiston from the crumbling ruins will take more time. Okay. Well, that was cool. Now, it says that there was something at the Hulk, but I don't believe it for a second. But, you know, although I don't believe it, you know, we still have to kind of go over here, don't we? Oh, it won't even let me interact with it? Thank you. That's what I want. If it's useless, just stop me interacting with it entirely. That is perfect. Right. Avorius. Warp travel. Excuse me? Straight to the voidship bridge? No messing? What's happening now? Calcazar? I have no idea. Mara's eye going crazy again? Cassia. I see. Ooh. Malachi, how wonderful it is that I found you here. Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. Cassia notices this, closes her eyes, and you're released from the grip of emotions that are not your own. Please forgive me. My powers are sometimes too insistent on their attempts to break free from my control. You have made great strides in learning how to keep them at bay. I commend your perseverance. I came to deliver good tidings. I've spoken of the house's navigators through the Atlas. Of late I can feel with increasing clarity how our connection is growing stronger. Despite the descent in its midst, House Orselio has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Urak 5 and the resolution of the conflict at the Dargonis reception. Not all Orselios concur with your decisions, but none can deny the impact that you, and no one else, have had on the house's present state of affairs. Cassia nods gratefully, lowers her gaze and clasps her hands together. There is more I wish to tell you. It is about the visions I have come to experience at an increasing rate during the warp jumps. The same visions come to me again and again and again, as if I am going mad. For you see, these visions are about me, the Atlas, and Tisiphone Orselio, the house's previous novator. I've seen Tisiphone's experiments, the ones that involve the navigators from the Sethala branch, which she was rumoured to have destroyed for disobedience. But the visions told me an altogether different story, one where the Sethalas helped Tisiphone create the Atlas, and he vanished immediately after the experiments were done with. Perhaps I can... No. I know I can find a way to the Palace of the Atlas if I recreate Tisiphone's journey from my visions. A real palace, not the physical illusion to which the Orselio navigators can reach out. I've always had a feeling that it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know it with absolute certainty. Okay. Interesting. So, I'm not going to say... Well, let's go with the first one. I've been informed that House Orselio will soon convene its Grand Council. Would it not be better to wait for it to finish first? I cannot shake a certain foreboding about the upcoming meeting in the incorporeal palace of the Atlas. Troubling mirages have plagued my mind for many nights now, voices calling and cursing my name. And the more I use the Atlas, the clearer the visions become and the louder the voices grow, and the further my powers wane. I am certain that all of the house is experiencing the same, for all of us are connected. I can sense my family's fear. House Arcelio is doomed to perish in darkness should I fail to discover the reason why the Atlas is weakening. And that reason, I believe it is hidden somewhere in my visions of Tisiphone. What makes you so sure that you will find the way to this physical manifestation of the Atlas? I saw Tisiphone experience an epiphany in a dream. Just like my visions came to me on our travels through the warp, she beheld a planet hidden behind roiling warp storms. The world promised her great power, so Tisiphone gathered the Sethalas, her most devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey through the Tempest. I know not the details of what happened on that planet, but it was there that the Sethalas sacrificed themselves for an experiment of some kind, and it was there that House Arcelio obtained the Starway Atlas. For the first time ever, I have an opportunity to find answers to the questions my mentors so deftly avoided. Why did Tisiphone choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that House Arcelio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Malachi, do not snap this tautly drawn string of destiny, my destiny. Journey with me in Tisiphone's wake to the distant stars. I shall help you, Lady Cassia. Cassia breathes a sigh of relief, but the look in her ruby eyes quickly darkens again. The house is still watching me. With the renegades and the loyalists, I doubt that any of them will agree to even a brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about the Atlas's origins. And I do not wish to see House Arcelio lose even one more life to our fratricidal skirmish. No, I shall go after the answers about our past on our own. Okay. Then it is best we go alone. If that's what she wants to do, that's what she'll do. Cassia's shoulders seem to relax a little. Thank you for your understanding, rogue trader. And now permit me to take my leave. I must start preparing for the journey. From what I've been able to glean, we must first travel to the... Her ruby red eyes widen in astonishment. The Arcelio prophecy system. Odd that. Could it be the historical records are lying? And Kalian Arcelio is not whom the star system is named after. Either way, that was the system from which Tisiphone embarked on her journey. We are going to follow her long-forgotten footsteps. Okay. Assuming that's not a timed quest? It doesn't seem so. Okay. So now we have a Cassia quest. Okay, we're collecting quests for each of our companions very quickly. But it is to be expected. Oh, have we got anything new in here? Is this the... I think this is from Komarag, right? Well, it's not going to tell us, but I believe it is. That's from Komarag. Yeah, I believe so anyway. This? That's the explosive device. Yep, yeah, that makes sense. What's this cog? Kiava Gamma. Schematics of House Phalancias, reports and things. Okay, cool. Drukhari Blade. Yeah. Doing the defense of Dargonis. Cool. Whole bunch of things in here now. Right, let's leave. And now, we're going to quick save. And we're going to go back to doing exactly what we were doing before. Right, Koronus Expanse map. Although I suspect the colony did just advance. It didn't say it advanced, but I suspect it did. Would you look at that? Pleasing the Tired is now done. Okay, so now we can start Bastion. Yes, which is the one that needs us to have complacency, so we need to get that. Also gets us the Battle Mastery feature, which gives us 2 placing on all sectors for our voidship. Okay, also gives us a ton of people, provisions, mechanisms, and weapons, so it's going to give us a huge amount of stuff. By declaring Dargonis the defense center of the Koronus Expanse, the rogue trader will be able to requisition foreign vessels and collect additional resources from the population. Do it. Right. That's fine. Travel in here. I love how it just says you lost profit factor, even if it's not true. Right. So, have we been to this Hulk? Must have, right? I'm starting to question myself. So let's go here first. We've already done that. Let's drop for some adamantine. That's fine. Burning world with nothing. We have provisions over here. Let's grab the provisions as well. I don't know if we necessarily need all of this, but if we grab it, we can always sell it later if we don't need it. Or whatever. We have 20 extractiums. I think we'll be fine. Right? So, it's fine. Hulk. Drifting void ship. Have we been here before? I think we have, but let's save and go to the Hulk anyway. Just, if there's nothing here, there's nothing here, right? Let's do this. Sure. This squad's fine. If I think there's nothing here, this squad is fine. You know? But it's worth just checking in on each location. If it lets us go back to it, then it implies that there could be something. So have we explored this whole place? Yes. So this is the one that had all of the... Yeah. I remember this one. Yep, there's nothing here. Okay. Because that's where we fought the final boss, and it was the big forge fiend, and it was really difficult at the time. Fine. Whatever.
I always have a backup plan.
That's absolutely fine. It's just worthwhile checking in. Okay. So now we can continue traveling between the systems. So, next system we're going to go to is Trinitos, which is also where Falstone is. We've already had that event. There's plasteel here. Do we need plasteel? Potentially. Let's grab that. Okay. We don't expect there to be anything else here because we've already been to Falstone and sorted out all of its stuff. It's already fully done. Let's grab that and leave. Cool. Next, I think we're going to go to the two outliers here at the edge. The Cradle of Kefri and the other one at the edge here. And this one. Yeah. There's distress signal here, apparently. Although we've already dealt with that, but anyway. Vabo 6 colony event requires our attention. A report from the middle decks, Lord Captain. Immediately after our translation from the warp, there were reports on the Vox channels about black creatures appearing all over the place. The witness accounts claim that they emerged straight from the shadows, and it was your pet, Xenos Marazai, they were interested in. Several enforcers perished in battle, but we managed to avoid significant casualties. Your Xenos took out the aggressors. I would not be bothering you with this if we had determined how the creatures got onto the ship. Until we know for sure, we won't be able to stop future incursions. They were mandrakes. They could have infiltrated the ship through the shadows. A pregnant pause fills the Vox channel. In that case, guarding the decks against every shadow will not be possible. We'll strengthen the security detail at key points on the vessel and hope the incident does not happen again. Okay. Cradle of Kefri. So, do a quick save. Now we have some events. Now we may have already done these events before. But it's worth just checking in. So there's just a landing place on this one. So we already have the Xenotech. Right? So what about this? Smuggler's Hideout. We been here before? I don't know if we have been here before. Anyway, we'll check in. If we have the map revealed, then we've probably been here before. Once, this great vessel was filled with the hum of servo motors and the trill of sacred electrics, but the machine spirits have forsaken this place. I don't know if we have been here before. Oh, we definitely have not. Okay. So I don't really know what the Cradle of Kefri is. Let me have a quick look at our rumors. So double check that there's nothing here. So door here. It's an unknown world. But she'll tell us when we're near. This one is in something's Calamity. We know that this is the This is Langren's belt. This is somewhere else. Okay, cool. Rumors. We're going to start from the bottom and just do a quick check through. Langren's belt. Roselio prophecy system. Nothing. Soto's tomb. Wait, that's... Yeah, that's the asteroid in Soto's tomb. We've actually just done that one. Okay, cool. Victus has reported that a pirate voxcast was intercepted recently. Apparently one of the planets in the Cradle of Kefri holds something quite valuable. So this planet holds something valuable. Is all we've got. Okay. Well, let's see.
Is there money to be made? What do we have here?
Duty prevails.
Focus, Van Kellogg's. Focus.
I don't know what I was doing here. That was just... oh, I needed to go through there. I understand.
The Emperor favors
Didn't
me
even
today.
do that much damage to us. Alright, well, that was terrible. You do have a crippled leg. Okay, we need to fix that. That was just pure panic on my part. Okay, so you...
You are authorized.
This one. Onto Argenta.
Initiating bioreformation protocol.
Right, do it.
Never doubt me.
So what we're meant to do is go through here and then we can get rid of this thing. We didn't do that,
I always
though.
keep my options open.
Can I get someone to shoot that?
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
Nice. We did it. So we have an athletics check to go down there.
Keep your wits about
We also
you.
have this the normal route that we could take. Let's do the athletics check.
An expected result.
I'm not going to do it back.
Experience.
That gets
Nothing
us,
matters
we
more.
get XP both ways, I believe. Which is why I did
Always
that.
keep your eye on the prize.
What's this? Get back or this creature will turn you into mindless slaves, says Heinrichs. Okay. Well, I currently have no idea what's going on, but it's cool.
Rise to the top, or get left in the
Can I
dust.
go under? No. Okay.
Compared to naval service, that was
That's
barely
fine.
a challenge.
Down this way, I guess? Okay. Quick save. Let's see if we can look at something without Heinrichs just blowing it up. What is this? Fragment of an orc energy weapon capable of teleporting targets using warp energy. Roughly sawn off with a las cutter, cannot be repaired. Sorry, orc? We're facing orcs? Particularly strong orcs wear hulking impenetrable armor, complete with a lethal weapon not entirely dissimilar to a power claw. I think we're facing orcs. Ooh. Strange improvised weapons are laid out on top of the crates. A rock and a stick, an ugly black and white checkered gun, rusty axes and brass knuckles. So I believe that the gist of the orcs at
always have a
40k
backup
is
plan.
that although they're not very technologically advanced, they have such faith in their gods that effectively things just kinda work. And the more orcs
Is
that
there
believe
money
in
to be
things,
made?
the more it works. So they have things like the red car goes faster. Why does the red car go faster? Because orcs
Nothing
believe the red
escapes my
car
sight.
goes faster. You see? So they're a very interesting group.
Duty prevails.
Anyway, yeah, I also believe that they get the more
Keep
orcs they
your
are,
wits
the stronger
about
the
you.
group of orcs get as well. So it's kind of naturally swarming
The
hordes of
Emperor
orcs.
favors me today.
Self-propelled rail carriage that once transported hive residents between stations. Although we only saw a little orc there, so I guess maybe that's all we were seeing. I don't need the needle rifle, but we'll take it. Okay. The shadow auctions attract connoisseurs of forbidden artifacts. A lot this size could earn the owner a full shuttleload of treasures. You can grab this. Perforated Vox Thief. A perforated box thief. Hey Doe, what are you messing with? The big guy said not to touch the goods. Bugger off, Farley. Mind your own business. He has ears everywhere, you know. Said bugger off, I'm not gonna rot in this hole until Puke gets his shit together. Won't take you, Doe. We've already lost 4 men because of this Xenos shit. Put the stones down, mate. What'd you say we wet the old whistle instead? Doe, what are you doing? What are you doing, Doe? No, get away from me. Arg. Okay. So is there some way to disable the electricity down there, or what can we do?
I'm listening.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
We have this. There are handprints on the rusty surface. Something was taken from here. Or dusty surface. Something was taken from here. Okay.
Light of terror.
Can we grab the goods, or are we going to get shocked? We can grab the goods. We're gains 25 awareness and 20 critical damage on a single shot attacks. That's incredible. Get out of the electricity.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Right, well we know exactly who can use that, but they're not with us right now. Although maybe they should be, given the number of Xenos artifacts, but, you know, whatever. Simply carefully polished shards of Aldari rifles and chainswords. There's a label with an individual number attached to every piece. Oh.
Let us not do.
Well, that's not good. Grab that. The fresh corpse in fancy attire, likely that of an adventurer rather than a smuggler. Okay. Down here, Lore Imperium, we don't have enough.
This could be
That's
an
crazy.
opportunity.
We have 135.
What a peculiar thing.
Okay, stall.
This is intriguing.
Disable every trap along the way.
Just as I planned. That's how it's done.
Never doubt me.
My blasted Xenos toys. Oh. So you must think that we're someone else, or these are also set up things. A Xenos race called Taus employ self-aware machines they call drones. Judging by the marks on the hull, the specimen was gutted quite deftly. Okay, so Tau stuff.
I
Interesting.
always keep my options open.
I know less about the Tau than I should. I know the general gist,
I
but
better myself through my service.
that's fine. So we can go through this way if we want to. I kind of want to just go this way.
Rise
if we
to the
can.
top or get left in the
I get the
dust.
feeling it's a trap, though.
What do we
attention.
have here?
Argenta, don't you find it difficult to be without your sisters? You are a soldier without a squad.
I will fight alongside my sisters again. But my present fate is not a burden to me. No matter where I go, or who I am with, I bring death to heretics. That is what matters.
Okay. Well done. Well done. The spiky Xeno chest looks like a chunk of solid rock with no cracks or fractures. One side is decorated with the moth of some hideous creature.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
According to the labels, the containers with insulated uniforms and snowshoes were to be delivered to an Astra Militarum quartermaster on the frozen world, Xenorag 2. Okay. Interesting. Anything along here? Oh, wait, can we even go
Always
along
keep
here?
your eye on the
No.
prize.
Okay. That's fine. Quick save again. There's continual quick saves. Okay. So what have we got here? The grav bike has been gently washed clean of traces of soot and blood. The attached label reads, ordered by Master MLD. So grab bikes, this would be Drukhari stuff.
Keep your
And it
wits
is all
about
spiky,
you.
so it makes sense. Laura Xenos?
Just as I planned.
The contraption was assembled by a madman. The components do not match one another and only serve to confuse and confound, but you manage to spot the hidden trigger in time is a trap.
That's how it's done.
Cool. What's this? You managed to make out the Medusa's limp tentacles through the murky glass. This parasite died regardless of what it was being kept here for. Okay. Interesting.
What's a peculiar thing?
What have we spotted? Probably another trap. Okay. Anything over here? It's an athletics check to get up from there.
Is there money to be made?
The containers are stuffed to the brim with dry rations and corpse starch, so that quantities of provisions could feed a small detachment for months. Okay, let's athletics check up here.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Empty canisters, dry ration wrappers, and petrified feces. Someone was cooped up here for a long time. This? A subdued rumbling comes from under the cover of the ancient cogitator, as if the machine spirits resent being awakened. After a few simple directions from the control panel, the vid screen flashes to life and starts blinking, waiting for your input. Examine the log. The mechanism lazily grinds its gears, but grants you access to the requested information. Records tagged Big Pew. Day 21, third moon of the cycle. That's what I call a good fortune. We hit the jackpot. This Xenos peddler, Strixus, sure did show up in time. The competitors have been popping up like fleas on a half-dead rat. Murdkey has already brought a bunch of rare and exotic shit, and I have never been paid this much for a single order before. Life is good thanks to him, or her, and it's going to get even better. Day 6 of the 9th cycle of the month. It is time to end this. The thrones are coming in faster than I can spend them, but I'm starting to lose count of the people who died. Yesterday I walked past a dozen of my people and couldn't recognize 4. The customers are starting to ask why there's so much blood on the delivery crates. Damned if I believe that crooked-ass Xenos rat again. His deliveries are killing my guys, and there haven't even been any shootouts. Next time Murdkey comes here, he won't be leaving this place alive. I'll make sure of it. So that's who he's left all the traps for. List of reports. Received 6 crates of tech upgrades, 4 blocks of Tau firearms, 8 units of miscellaneous Drukhari devices, sold 7 units of Aldari devices, 5 orc weapon crates, 3 units of Tau artifacts awaiting delivery. Received 8 crates of orc armor, 12 blocks of Drukhari blades, 10 units of Aldari devices, sold 8 units of Drukhari devices, 3 blocks of Tau firearms, 15 units of devices known to an unknown or belong to an unknown race. Overhead costs, disposal of bodies, keeping an eye on dough. I've got a bad feeling this won't be the last of it. Received 24 units of unidentified artifacts. Let them stay unidentified and in my room. Sold 18 units of Drukhari, Aldari, and orc firearms. Stolen? My own people are stealing from me now? What did that scoundrel Murdkey promise them? I'm going to find out and there will be trouble. Vox recorded conversations. Jen, did you hear? They're going to bring in another batch of Xenotech. Life is going to be good. Idiot, we still haven't dealt with the previous delivery. Clients don't wish to take risks after the accidents. Who cares? There are people with more money than common sense in every system. You know what matters? That's right, what matters is that we're still making mountains of thrones. Now we got a bad feeling about this. Jen, turn that frown upside down. You'll start looking like our wrinkly supplier lad if you don't. Or is she our supplier lass? Ah, whatever. Hey Doe, what are you messing with? The big guy said not to touch the goods. Ah, we've already had this message. Okay, yes, this is the one that we got on the Vox box that we found. It's alive, alive! What? Why are you screaming? The thing, it just latched onto Lufa's face and she went mad. Throne be damned. Cut it off. Cut it. Hey guys, what's wrong? We're missing the Drukhari crates, lad. I was told to look after the... Sounds of several bursts of bolter fire. Run, run, run. What the... Oh, throne take me. Arg. So what bursts of bolter fire? Interesting. Different command. Disconnect power supply to the tracks. The whirring of the obsolete cogitator's mechanism grows in a strange whine, but crackling from the abandoned track suddenly stops. That turns off the electricity so you can access the thing, but we already just walked in and did it.
Unexpected result.
I understand. We're solving things that we have already dealt with. 3 dead servitors, so that seems like a little bit of a trap to me.
Let us not dawdle.
They all appear to be activatable, huh?
My warp sight reveals something.
Uh-huh.
I will lead us to
My
fortune.
sight reveals something. No? Is not a trap. Alright. It's not a trap. That's fine. That's the it's alive message. Okay. So we have to go all the way around if we want those things. Commerce?
As it should be.
The table is strewn with expertly forged seals, Adeptus Administratum forms, Astra Militarum entry passes, and even an inquisitorial rosette. Oh, they were awake?
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
You still talking? Okay. Right. The solution seemed easy. Just shoot the things that are coming to blow us up. It did take her a while to get her weapon out, though, I will admit.
Just as I planned.
Lower warp? Oh, that was what we were meant to shoot over here, I'm guessing.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Cool.
What do we have here?
Get back, rogue trader. This tome is full of heresy. You best not touch it. Oh, okay then.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
On the other hand, this tome is full of heresy. The weighty tome is bound in the skin of a human face, laced with a cord woven from tendons. A sinister crimson symbol dominates the cover, but it's difficult for you to make it out. The details elude your scrutiny and the strokes twist and shift, furthering the confusion. Open the tome. Touching the book makes your hands tingle and you feel a spell of dizziness coming on. The symbols on the pages rearrange themselves, vowing vicious torment, and the stretched face on the cover starts to resemble your own. 100 hands writhe under your skin, seeking to force their way through, some in and some out. Your eyeballs push at their lids and sizzle, ready to pop. You open your mouth to scream, instead spewing out a torrent of dark blood. The agony only ends when you lose consciousness. When you wake up, you still tremble at the memory of the suffering you've endured.
I always keep my options open.
I gotta know. I gotta know. What happens if you don't just fall over and collapse? Although that did seem like a very difficult check. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do it. Maybe we can boost our willpower temporarily with a stimulant? I mean, that would be a use for a stimulant, huh? Have we got one? In here? Willpower. Willpower. Ooh. That heals 1 trauma and all injuries without skill test. That's cool. No, these are grenades. They're probably not going to help us. 22 intelligence and willpower. Let's go. Okay, so.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Stab ourselves. Do it. Open the tome. And that was a pass. 100 hands writhe under your skin, seeking to force their way through, some in and some out. Your eyeballs push at their lids and sizzle, ready for it to pop. You grit your teeth and remind yourself that this is all just an illusion conjured by the dark sorcerer of the warp. Turn a few pages. With every page, the pain in your body intensifies, and an ominous voice echoes in your head, whisperings in an unknown dialect. The rustling builds and builds, culminating in a wild, undulating shriek. You feel your skull burst into 1,000 bony splinters, piercing every inch of your body. An insatiable desire to slash and maim fills your very being. The few moments of struggle feel like an eternity, but end in your triumph. The delinquent writings that fill the tome faintly echo in your mind until finally they fall silent. What? For 49 rounds, we are somethinged. 48 rounds. Alright, go quickly. Scrolls with broken seals of the Ordo Xenos describe the process of studying
I
Eldari
always
test
have
subjects.
a backup plan.
In here. Goods. Frog. Gold Xeno idol. Light flickers on a metallic figurine once depicting a mysterious alien amphibian.
That's how it's done.
The moldy pages contain knowledge of the heretical sorcery. Most are crude forgeries. Are we meant to get in here? Just trying to figure out this one. How are we meant to get in that way? How about walk along here first? Right, back.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
How long have we got left? 45. I get the feeling that there was a timed event. Okay, Argenta.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows. Onward!
Through here.
My ears are ringing.
That's fantastic. There was a monofilament grenade hidden there.
Pain cleanses the body.
Right, get rid of this one.
Peculiar thing.
There are many monofilament grenades, I understand.
Just as I planned. Success
Right, this
is
one
the
as well.
only outcome I accept. I always
Okay,
get the job
goods.
done.
What is this? A Corpuscari Oath. Enemies that are hit by this weapon suffer an irradiated effect that lasts for 3 turns, decreasing all healing received by 50%, also prevents using reanimation protocol for 3 rounds. Ooh, it's a lot more damage than our current one, and it's got like not much worse range. I think we're going to use that. And then a Drukhari helmet. Whenever the wearer hits a target that's in cover of a ranged attack, this attack always scores a critical hit. Cool. As for us right now, seems very cool. Right, go, 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 go.
Is there money to be made?
Go. Through here. You found a gold Xeno idol, it says. Achievement unlocked. Necrons? Wait a second.
I will wipe your disgusting
We're facing
presence
Necrons?
out of existence.
Exterminate on sight.
Well, this seems bad. But our new weapon stops reanimation. Protocol. When this creature's wounds drop to 0, it falls prone and gains 30% of its maximum wounds as temporary wounds. On its next turn, it's reanimated. If the creature has no other allies, with base wounds more than 0, the creature and its allies die. Okay, I see. You gotta kill them all. Although I don't know if that's the same for all of them. That's only the Immortal Commander. The Scarabs do not have that. I see. Then we got these things as well. Okay, Necrons are scary. It doesn't really change what we do, though. We can't move, we're ambushed. Okay. This is a horrible start position, I just want to say. So let's make this the front line where Heinrich's currently is. So that's front line. We're currently in what I would call back line, although I don't know how we... Yeah, so we're back line. Rear is going to be here just so we can place it. Okay. This is quite nice as a way of getting extra tactical stuff. Or like, way of getting extra buffs. We have to hit 4 more though, right? Yeah, we do need to hit 4 or more to get the bonus. I don't think we can. Unless we could hit over here, but we can't actually see over there, so we can't hit it. Now they might not have attacks of opportunity, I just realized, so we might be able to move over here. Let's just say I moved here. Could I do it? I could definitely do it there. Okay. What about if I move here? Could I then do it? Yes.
Let's make some opportunities.
They do have an attack of opportunity, which we did dodge. Okay, so now we have tactical knowledge, which is a huge amount of extra damage. Love it. Let's increase the armor in this area. Do overwhelming stratagem in this area.
It's as good as done.
Okay, then I guess I'm just going to have to shoot you. That's not really going to do as much as we would want it to do. Maybe I want to try and leave this one. I don't really have a way to do that. Does this only cost? It only costs 1. So let's use perfect spot
I'll
to increase
make
our
it
cover
happen.
efficiency. Can I attack this scarab back here? Yeah. So let's use surefire
I'll
plan.
see to it personally.
Increases our damage. We'll try and kill the scarab. Maybe we crit.
Another enemy down.
We got it. Fantastic. I love to see that. Okay. We have no AP left. I think we're happy. Yeah. Heinrichs. Start with a buff.
Let's see to it.
Followed by... yeah, followed by Shield of the Emperor.
But of course,
Hammer of the Emperor.
Lord Captain.
Now we're kind of out of points. This is going to be free. Do we buff onto... See, let's do a warp speed buff onto Malachi.
Naturally.
That'll give him extra dodge because he's got my extra agility. So I'm hoping that'll make him survive. That was also for free apparently, so now I can do another one. Let's do a buff onto Abelard. Okay. I still have 1 point left. I think I'm just going to do Killing Edge here.
Let's see to it.
It will explode, but it didn't explode. I guess that must have been our weapon that caused it to explode previously. We still have AP, so we could charge if we can find someone to charge, like charge in here.
I won't
Do it.
object to it.
Nice damage.
Time for our return.
Don't kill me. So he's targeted us. Ow.
I faced worse than this.
Hey, Scarabs.
Didn't even
That wasn't
flinch.
too bad. More Scarabs. Nice dodge. Okay. Argenta. Now we're thinking. So let's first of all do the one that gives her extra momentum. She did get attacked, but seems like a good thing to do while we're absolutely surrounded by enemies. We're then going to dash here. That gets us out of cover, which is good. Could immediately do a rapid fire and a burst. Don't know if that's what we want to do, but maybe it is. Rapid fire burst. Let's
As
do
the
it.
Emperor commands, I act.
And then just fire over here. This is going to be a lot of shots.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay, I'm hoping one of those overwhelming stratagems worked. Okay, so they've now got the overwhelmed effect applied to him. So, he loses ballistic skill and weapon skill. Wonderful. That seems good. We can then... Just thinking of how I want to handle this. Maybe I do want to try and kill things as well here. We then do a...
This is unacceptable.
Oh, I can't shoot. Oh, yeah. Run and gun.
Doubt is for the weak.
Shoot. Just one shot.
None can escape the Emperor's
Perfect.
judgment.
Are we on 4 now? We are. So now we activate
do it.
confident approach. So now everything's a crit. We then wildfire. Yeah, we then wildfire.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Then let's just do another one of these. Potentially something like this.
I'll do it. Eradicated.
Another one dead. I don't know why it got to move. That's okay. And then that's her turn. Wonderful. Necron Warrior. Nice dodge. Weakened Warrior. Not a chance. Cassia. In a dangerous spot, Cassia. In a dangerous spot. Let's start with a buff onto
Me?
Argenta.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Then an Inspire onto Argenta. Then Just seeing what we got here. Probably another turn for Argenta. Yeah.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay, Revel and Slaughter. Can I do that? How much? That cost me 2. If I Revel and Slaughter, I can only do a single shot. I think I want to do this. Shoot.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Not perfect, but anyway. That'll do for now. I guess I should have done the single shot because it would have reset her versatility counter. Okay. Blast
I'm
him.
not accustomed to being ordered around. Try to die with grace,
Nice.
at least.
Okay. Oh, they ran away. Lovely. Well, why don't you give her a whole another
In the
turn?
name
We'll
of
see how we can make
House
this
Celio,
happen.
I shall prevail.
Wait, I just gave her another turn, but she doesn't get an attack? What? Okay. Must be something to do with gaining 2 turns in one thing anyway. It doesn't matter. Right. Oh, she can't attack because she's next to someone. Never mind. That's what it's due to. Run around the corner.
I'll do it.
Right. Now we can shoot. So now we want to do a single shot, probably on that one.
Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer.
Okay. Burst fire.
I'll do it.
Reassemblement commencing.
And then single shot.
As the Emperor commands, I act. This is why I was chosen.
Okay. We maybe could have done that better. That's okay. You now get a turn because she used a heroic act. Okay. I can just lower the veil degradation down, not that we need to. Guess I could move you into like the dodge area, but I think I'm actually better just moving you away from enemies. Let's then increase I don't know. Let's do this onto
If I
Argenta.
may.
Increase willpower and toughness. So she's now tougher. Then make her
Me?
dodge.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay, that's fine. Now it's back to... Wait, now she gets a full turn again for some reason. I'm not sure why she's got even more, but that's fine. Let's give Abelard more toughness, because that'll increase his maximum wounds, which then in turn increases his strength. So now has even more strength based upon that. Let's... we could use the lidless stare. I just can't do this one, I guess, because I've already done it this time. See how much damage this does. That's pretty good. Can I do it so I just kill this guy? No. Okay, cancel. Cancel. Anyone I can give buffs to? Maybe
am
Malachi?
a navigator, not a servitor.
There we go. You
I'm
know what?
not
Let's
accustomed
lower
to
veil
being
degradation
ordered
anyway.
around.
Give us that protection. That seems fine. Yeah, I don't really need anything else. Right. Step number 1. Hit him. Okay, Necron Warrior. You must have the reanimating one. Yep. Okay. I can hit you again. And then shoot you.
Insignificant value.
Nice. Can I then hit you with one of these? Yep.
Messiah condemns you.
Machine Spirit Banishment there. Seems good. Because I was assuming they were machines, which they are. Let's do a Machine Spirit Communion, which should put exploits on them now. And then we're just going to simply dash into... I was going to say dash into cover, but I actually probably want to dash into armor. Not that I think that this fight is going to require us to do too much else, but... It's fine. Necron Warrior. Okay, that's fine. Abelard! You get a turn, do you? Okay, well, over here.
One fewer target.
Nice. Let's go for
Indeed.
some extra wounds. Some more extra wounds. Charge over here.
I will do my duty.
You might as well take
At your
that.
beck and call.
Then
No
daring
matter the
breach.
cost.
So now we can head over here and just start beating them up. So
My
this one.
place is at the fore.
And again.
It will be done. Grey hair, sure hand.
And again. Nice. Over here.
I've
Smash.
seen worse battles than this in my time.
Insignificant.
Right, walk away. That's fine. Cool. Oh, more come in the next turn. Alright, well, that's interesting. Not all of these guys have exploits on them, unfortunately, because they just spawned in, which means we can't remove enough to get another bonus. What we could potentially do, though, is move some of our zones. Although, yeah, I don't really know where I'm going to move them, if I'm honest. Maybe that we can move the rear zone somewhere more useful. Yeah, I guess the rear zone is going to go here.
Who if not me?
So that I can at very least put the Necron Commander in it. Then I'm going to do joint analysis because we're not going to do the removing of stacks this turn. We're going to do a kill zone in that area. Let's see. Next. We could put more stacks on people, like on this commander. Let's do that as well.
I'll see to it personally.
I want to shoot him with Surefire Plan. Has he got a lot of armor? He does have a lot of armor. So currently we're not doing a lot to him. If I can't shoot him. Well, there are melee armored creatures near me. That's fair. Let's take a step away.
Don't let your guard down.
That's fine. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove his armor.
I'll make it happen.
The reason we're going to do that is that now means that Argenta can actually deal damage. It also means we could deal damage if we wanted to. I think I'm going to head back here. I'm actually going to change my mind to shoot this one.
Who if not me?
Okay. Nice. And then we're going to immediately allow Argenta to use her heroic action. Oh, I see. She can't actually move, though. Let's do steady superiority.
I am his will made manifest.
I bet she can't shoot with either of her weapons, right? No. Oh, she can dash now, though. That's fine. So let's dash over here. Which now frees her to do this. I think will be very good.
Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay. That seems solid enough. And then maybe we'll just do a perfect spot. Give ourselves some cover efficiency.
The great sleep.
Empowered Death Mark. I missed that this guy's got a different name. Okay. What's a Death Mark? Like a sniper? Yeah, it does appear to be some sort of sniper. Okay. Well, we can now use Sword of Faith because we have the momentum. Nice. So let's Sword of Faith. So our sword is now better. I'm going to do Word of the Emperor.
For the throne's glory.
Shield of the
Natural.
Emperor.
I
Hammer
won't
of the
object to it.
Emperor. I now have the different strikes I can do with this weapon, in theory. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what it would be something like this strike attack. But we'll probably do Killing Edge here.
I'm done with this one.
That one just disappeared out of existence. I love it. Okay. Continue to buff people. Give Argenta a little extra agility.
Glory.
And let's give Pascal a little
Naturally.
extra strength. Nice. Also, I just realized that Strong Arm doesn't just give you 42 strength and toughness. It also gives you toughness, which for most of these guys is now boosting their strength. So the toughness gives strength, gives HP, which then gives more strength. So that's fantastic. And then I guess you got a spare point. So anyone low on health? I mean, you took a hit, didn't you? Yeah, let's heal it.
Let's see to it.
Nice. Okay.
We are infinite.
What's enemy? Oh, what was energy integration? Also, did you just kill him, or is he? No, he's okay. He's chill. What's energy integration? 6 deflection for each energy integration stack. Okay, so he has a lot of deflection right now. Argenta? Yeah, you can do a lot of damage. That's fine. Let's do Revel and Slaughter. Increase our critical damage. We're then going to do a single shot against you. Well, it's against someone else, like you.
I'll do it.
The point of that single shot was to get us a versatility stack. And the reason we want to do that is now this will give us versatility. So now we can do rapid fire.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Devastating attack. Burst fire on these guys.
Doubt is for the weak. For you, my Emperor!
Yeah, it seems pretty good. The scarab's like, I don't know what to do. I'm dysfunctional. Alright. We actually got more AP back for doing that. We can now do the firearm one as well. Yeah, so let's first of all do a wildfire.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
And fire here.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Each strike is a prayer.
Okay. I do need to reload,
As
so
the
reload
Emperor
for
commands,
free.
I act.
Fire.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay. Then we're gonna do a. Just think if I want to. Yeah, let's dash out into here. Just trying to think if we could do burst fire here. That doesn't think it will hit, but that's okay then. Maybe I'll just burst fire this way.
Eradicated.
Apparently I didn't hit the scarab one time, which I think is very impressive.
Power resides in the will of the
Firearm
righteous.
mastery now gives us the
I'll do
number
it.
of attacks equal to our
None
rate of
can
fire.
escape the Emperor's judgment.
Hit.
For you, my Emperor!
Let's just start
Faith
spinning.
without deeds is each strike
That's a
is
good
a
trick.
prayer.
Okay, shoot.
I'll do it. I will not. Doubt
Shoot.
is for the weak.
Insignificant.
And again.
This is why I was chosen.
And again.
As the Emperor commands,
And again.
I'll do it.
Reassemblement commencing.
And again.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
And again.
Doubt is for the weak.
Insignificant.
And again. And again.
Faith without deeds, and this is why I was chosen.
And now I'm out of attacks. Okay, that was a reasonable amount of damage for one turn, though. What does she have 53 stacks of? Sorry, I missed that. Fired up. Whenever the soldier deals damage, their critical damage is increased by 1% until the end of combat. Yeah, that was definitely a good choice for us here. So she gets 53% more critical damage. I should actually have a look at the last one that hit. So, it was guaranteed critical. Critical damage plus 175 due to 58% from Revel and Slaughter, 52 from Fired Up, 50% critical damage modifier, overpower, some other bonuses. Incredible damage. Okay, fantastic. Here, Cassia, why don't you blow that one up?
As duty demands.
Nice. Buff, I don't know,
If I
Pascal.
may.
Cool. Which will boost his strength even higher, because again, his strength, it goes back into a repeat condition. Let's then give Argenta another turn. Actually, let's inspire Argenta.
That is
I
foolishness.
can't, apparently. Okay, let's give her another
Me?
turn.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Apparently, that didn't give her very much of an extra turn. She didn't get a lot of AP. Anyway, Revel and
I'll do it.
Slaughter. Running gun. Is this free now? It is.
As
Running
the
gun.
Emperor commands, I act.
That allows me to move, so we're now going to move over here and
I'll
fire.
do it.
Nice. Well, that was fun. That was a lot of Necrons that just died. No loot whatsoever. Our buff is still on, by the way, for another 33 rounds. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's the... Oh no, Big Pooh lost what little remainder of his mind since Murdkey brought in the latest Xenotech haul. I understand that in our business, every man looks after himself, but Murdkey doesn't even blink an eye when his booby traps mangle our fellows. Spent 3 days mopping up blood, and he just kept dragging more rubbish into his cabin, nursing that vile chunk of stellar metal, and glaring at everyone like a wild beast. Throne be my witness, I'll personally cut down the Strikes, or cut the Strikes down with a chainsword if he brings us another dangerous artifact where honest cold traders, not heretics. Okay. We've been in here, right? Yeah, we were in there. Logic? Logic?
That's how it's done.
Fresh delivery from Murdkey, Aldari weapons. Yes, we've already seen this, I think. Oh no, 3 units, unidentified Xeno shit. What? Again, I asked them not to bring this to us anymore. Okay. Interesting. Back over here. More goods. Is that a bit of crude Iraq? Uncanny sphere. The pictograms were embossed with a perfectly smooth surface, but when you tried to read them, your head began to spin. The symbols inexplicably changed their positions right before your eyes. Lord Xenos.
Just as I planned.
The artifact has exhausted its power and will remain dormant until the sphere is returned to its core and collects enough energy. Okay. So I can't do anything with that until I do something with the sphere that we picked up. Or I needed to do something with that during combat. Oh, something here.
Keep your wits about you.
It's imperative we rid this world of Xenotech, which defies the teachings of the machine god and the very essence of its laws. With your permission, my servitor will later cleanse this place. Implants resembling the limbs of an enormous insect are stacked inside of an airtight container. A note taped to the lid says, Ramgol, Rakmal, Ascruit, push this on some not so very bright customer. Okay, and then that gets us the quick shortcut out of here. I
always have a backup plan.
Yeah, there's the electricity bit that we turned off earlier. Okay. Why am I rushing through this? Well, because I don't know if we need this buff, and we've only got 27 rounds left. So, that's why I'm rushing through this. There's nothing up here? This is it? Oh.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Oh, okay then. I thought that that was going to be something to somewhere else, but I guess that's it done. So now we just have the orb that won't do anything.
Is there money to be made?
Okay. Let me have a look at this in a second. I'm just going to get back to the last thing that we missed. Apparently we missed a bit of loot in this room.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Where's the loot in this room that I missed? It says there's some. Is it here? Can't see any loot in this room. Oh, goods on the body. Meteorite shard. Still warm to the touch, barely perceptible electrical impulses ripple through the veins of the metal, making it glow. Oh? That's interesting. Prices, Xeno weapons, jewelry, and peculiar artifacts. You have not noticed them here before. Oh. Okay.
Nothing's impossible for this.
So now we have that. Is that revealing more things to us? We discovered something. I think? No? Okay. Run through here. How long have I got left in the buff? 18 rounds. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. What's this place called? Smuggler Hideout. Let me see if there's something here that I'm missing. Smuggler Hideout. Okay, so I've looked it up. The buff is nothing. It's just a protection bubble. It helps you in combat. It protects you somehow. all the other stuff we found is nothing. It's all stuff that you can sell. The implication of the meteorite shard is that the guy was seeing everything, all this useless Xenos junk, as priceless artifacts because the meteorite shard was messing with his head. And that's essentially
Always
it.
keep your eye on the
The whole
prize.
purpose of this place was to have the Necron fight. On the positive side, most people did this. They went in via the demolition bit, walked up here, and faced the Necrons. Then they got the protection buff. What we did by going around this way was the only way that you can have the buff and then fight the Necrons. So I guess in a way that's kind of cool, but I don't think we needed it. Honestly, the Necrons were kind of easy. I am wondering whether we've now built our party in such a way that nothing will ever be hard again, but, you know, it's fine. Cool. Well, I think I'm going to quick save here, and then, well, I'm probably going to real save in a second, and then I'm going to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.